They're the matches next week, and now we can go to what has been a great day of football in Melbourne at the two big venues. And to bring us up to date with what happened today, here's Sandy Roberts. Evening, Sandy.
Good evening, Drew. A safe trip home to you and the team, and thank you for that. With the Brisbane Lions going down to Sydney Swans, as Drew said, two monster games here in Melbourne to complete round 17. If you don't know the scores, you don't know what's happening in the action, sit down, don't move for the next hour, just keep it tuned to 7. The MCG and Waverley are the two venues. First up, of course, the big news at the MCG as far as Richmond and Geelong was concerned. Well, as far as Geelong was concerned, this was going to be war. As far as Richmond was concerned, it's welcome back Justin Charles. You've done your time, 16 weeks, and now you are back in the Tigers senior lineup. No reserves for Justin. It was straight back in, and he had a hand in their first goal and he kicked their second goal. And at half-time, it was pretty tight, although the Cats held sway. 6 goals, 8 of 44 to Richmond, 4-4, 28, 16 points the margin. Let's now go to the action late in the third term. Again, it's tightened up, and we find that Geelong, late in the third term, lead by just 3 points.
They certainly do, Gerard. It's the bigger players aren't doing their job down there, Broderick. And one would think if Richmond could get one here before three-quarter time, they'll be very difficult to beat. And they've got a chance down there. Clappers there. Now King. King around the boundary line, gains about 30 metres and over the line. What would you do with King, Gerard?
Well, you'd even try him into the ruck and put Barnes at full forward, or just change the mix somewhat. I don't think the ball's been bombed into the forward line enough times for him to justify having him down there as a loose man.
So Wayne Campbell did that very well. 2-on-1 here. Oh, Campbell's dropped it. Richardson gets it out. It's kicked by Hargraves. This is Raleigh. Oh, good dodge and weave. Bizzle, we've sung his praises. He's been good.
They've done well on defence.
Hargraves, he's kicked it straight to Knights, who couldn't quite hang on to it.
Throw.
It's a throw, but it'll come back. It's a Richmond kick back here with Broderick.
The game this quarter has been played in the Richmond forward 50, and they haven't conceded all that many goals in the back line, only just 2 this quarter. To reckon that they can't continue to resist.
So Broderick with 45 seconds to go until three-quarter time. I think it'll be a terrible psychological blow to Geelong if Richmond go in and the lead with three-quarter time. They're behind at the moment, the Tigers. This is Powell.
Need to kick it quickly.
Geelong have got numbers back. King is in front of the top of the square. Now Powell kicks to a space. They've got numbers there. Richardson was one of them. Gives it to Daffy. Daffy bends it back. This could be it. No mark to Gaspar. Courageous umpiring. Oh, has he paid it? Oh, the Geelong players are livid. I think he paid the mark.
I think he paid the free kick.
Hargraves down too in trouble.
Reckon he paid the free, Gerard?
I thought he did.
Hargraves has hurt. The Geelong players are, well, Gaspar's got the kick from 35 to 40 metres directly in front. He may have paid the free kick. I just didn't quite catch the signal of the umpire. So this might be the goal I was talking about, that psychological one for Richmond to take the lead at three-quarter time. What do you think, Gerard? Let's have a look.
Well, this is the initial one. That we saw the injury there to young Hargraves, and that ball got snapped around the corner, and we'll have a look at that next one after the result of this kick.
So Gaspar from directly in front as the siren sounds. He's goal and put Richmond in front by 3 points.
Right on the siren, Darren Gaspar gets his second. Certainly a controversial one, but Richmond did have the play in their forward line for perhaps 75% of the quarter, and they are rewarded by a lead of 3 points at three-quarter time.
We'll have a look at this one. Was this a mark or a free kick? Certainly no mark.
Certainly no free.
Well, what was it then? Had to pay one of them.
Well, no wonder the Geelong players are arguing. That's all I can say.
I suppose you could argue a mark under wet weather conditions, but he may have also been taken high.
Pete, I couldn't care if it was in a tide. That was not a mark.
Okay.
He didn't hold it for any length of time.
All right, fair enough. Jeff Geeshan marshals his troops, and it's going to be a clinker. It should go right down to the wire at the MCG. 3 points the difference at the final change. He's bringing them right over in front of the Tiger crowd, and they are really firing the crowd up by this ploy. He'll be hoping that it brings them some sort of return in the quarter still to come. We'll take a break from the MCG. Back in a moment.
Are you ready? We're gonna rock your world.
A really tight struggle at the MCG. Goals hard to come by. The Cats managing just one behind in that third term and trailing by 3 points, 7-6 to 6-9 at three-quarter time. And that tightness continued in the final term. 17 minutes to go. We'll go back to the action at the MCG. This is the final quarter, and it's Richmond leading by just 2 points.
As Turner's not mucking around, he's bringing. Oh, he didn't the finish. The Geelong players were there. Good play by Steinford. Oh, too slow. Colbert had to get that ball onto his boot far quicker than that. In that situation, the umpire will come in and bounce.
Great tackle by Gasper.
He's been one of Richmond's best again today. Really has had a magnificent season.
Yes, he hasn't had many possessions, but he has been terrific at half-back. He puts enormous pressure on his opponent. Now that's Hargraves. I want King to take a mark. He can't. Here's Snell. Close to the boundary line. Always kept in play. This is dangerous. Snell back to Riccardi. He gets the ball onto the boot. That is a magnificent goal.
Geelong in front.
Well, that might be the team lifter. The Cats in front. What about that one, Gerald?
Well, just really had to be either taken over the boundary line, or they could understand Steve Turner's reticence, because he may well have been penalised for deliberately taking the ball out of bounds. But here's the scenario and the situation. That was there. It just shinned the ball when it really needed just to be dribbled over the line.
2 goals to Peter Riccardi, both kicked at that end. He kicked one in the second quarter, which bounced through, and that one could have a telling effect on this game. Geelong back in front by 4 points, but there's a centre square infringement. It's going Richmond's way. The recipient of the free kick will be Benny Gale. Gale at the circle. The Tigers want the quick reply. They worked hard for their 3 goals in the third quarter. Geelong just with 1 goal since half-time, and that was the goal then by Riccardi. Campbell. Marking contest. Broderick onto the left. His favourite foot. Brockman. Oh, bounces out in front of him.
There were 3 Geelong players on their own if they could have got possession.
Yep.
Yours, partner.
That was very lucky bounce there for the Tigers, without doubt. And they're looking for a goal kicker also. They get 2 out of Darren Gasper, their centre-half back in the third quarter.
Brockman and Evans. Matter nudging out his Geelong opponent. Gets the footy, but can't do anything with it. One of only 2 multiple goal kickers for the Tigers today. He and Darren Gasper. Evans over the top. Kick away by Mensch. Colbert. Clever to do it that way. Running with the flight of the football. Steinford's kick only travels 1.5 meters. Colbert. 100 gamer. Bounce is certainly going to be a factor here. Rogers did best. In a pretty tight situation. Nearly gets run down as he gets the kick in. Intended for Powell or Evans. Powell's got it. Kicks quickly but out of bounds on the full. Free kick Geelong way to be taken by Brenton Sanderson.
So it's not a sort of day where you can finesse with the ball. You have to get it. There's young Brockman, who's got the job in the ruck at the moment. Now he's gone wide, because out here he's got Mansfield. Now he can run. Now he elects to come inside and give the ball off. This is Raleigh. Oh, goodness me, why won't they kick it? That is terrible football. And this is going to cost them a goal, maybe. Evans has got it. Why, when you're running clear towards goal, wouldn't you kick it 60 metres? Just tell me that.
Well, they're programmed not to do that, though, aren't they? They've displayed that over a fair passage of time, but they're always looking to maintain possession by going with the short. And here's Raleigh looking up board, trying to come back in towards the centre of the ground. And coming from the blind side was that head-high tackle by Campbell, but he did duck his head, so I think it was a fair decision from the umpire to let it go.
both players. Both Geelong players could have kicked the ball 60 metres, and I mean they're leading the game. Anyway, let's get back to Evans having a kick for goal. It might be costly, just inside 50. Evans is a beautiful kick. Richmond in front.
3 goals for Brett Evans, the leading goal kicker in the match, and that restores the lead for Richmond by 2 points.
And the lead has continued to change since three-quarter time. Since half-time, it's changed 7 times.
Great kick under these conditions. Straight through the centre from the former VFL star. 3 goals to the dual Springvale Premiership player.
In fact, we're told by the master statistician that since the start of the game, it's changed 7 times.
14 minutes left in the match. The Tigers back in front by just 2 points after Evans' third. And what a game. Can the Cats pinch it? Under Geeshan, the Tigers still to lose 2 in a row. Gaspar trying to crash his way through, not successful. It's untidy stuff in there, but hard. Richardson had it. Couldn't do anything with it. Mansfield. Quick hand pass to Kilpatrick. Into space at half forward. Richmond with the numbers. A fumble not needed here. Turner, well played. Steinfort, the only player out there though. The ball skids away from him at great speed to the boundary line, but he gets there to pick it up. Clapp had him. Still Geelong's ball. Sanderson lost it. Knights, great stuff from the skipper. Clapp got it back. Now Prescott for Broderick. Straight into the arms of Brockman, who at the second grab takes the mark. And the youngster spent a bit of time on the bench today. Brockman gets the mark out to the centre wing where Milburn takes it. Number 9 is Bizzle, and what a game he's had.
Big change coming here for the Tigers. Back comes Justin Charles and Matthew Richardson sits down.
Bizzle, well, will he make his mark? That's a Queenslander like Dunstall did. Hargraves kick up into the forward line. Turner looks for the free kick on Snell for holding the ball. The umpire says no sorry Bob, and Callaway goes defensively for the boundary line, but he's found the teammate in Harrison.
Yeah, they might have to do something with Stephen King down there, because he's just too slow down there at full forward. Turner's running off him. He's Bizzle. Couldn't quite hang on to it. And the free kick he must have paid. He couldn't have paid the mark.
Having said that, Pete, I reckon he's looked more likely of taking an overhead mark than Brett Spinks.
How many's he taken though?
No, not too ready.
Well, here's Bizzle. He might take one now, Gerard. He's out there. Stephen King is very difficult for big men under these slippery conditions to take overhead marks. The ball's on the ground 9 times out of 10. So Barnes. Bizzle went flying over the top. Hocking charges in. 2 points the margin in favour of Richmond. What a big last 11.5 minutes this is. There's Jeff Geeshan, Duncan Callaway on his left, on his right and our left. Barnes, beautiful hit out by Barnes. He's looking down here for Steinfort. It's in front of the Geelong goal. Tawney, Bizzle hits it out. That's good play. Milburn, mark, taken down here by Snell. Oh boy, he's marked 15 metres out. If he kicks this, the Cats are in front.
This has been tight and desperate in the clinches and front position, the only one to take. And Jason Snell has paid the ultimate sacrifice with the body, but he's come up with a shot at goal.
A huge kick coming up for this young player to put the Cats in front. He's kicked it.
Bit of a dirty old day, but a great tussle at the MCG. Don't forget on our replay coming up shortly, out to Waverley, Essendon and St Kilda. But the final term continues at the MCG. 5 minutes remaining. Geelong have hit the front again and they lead by a couple of points.
The eyes.
Well, it's a pretty low percentage shot at goal.
Campbell.
And not a bad option to try and find somebody to kick it, to open up the goal mouth somewhat. What an important kick this one.
Well, it might be modern day football to kick short from full back, but I think if you're leading by 4 points with a few minutes to go, I think it's a very doubtful kick with a wet ball.
Yes, well, we saw an instance of that at the Gabba earlier in the year in the dying minutes. Campbell bombs it long. Tall timber needed here in front of goal. Chaffee snaps out of bounds on the full, I'd reckon. So another opportunity lost, and Geelong fans breathe a sigh of relief.
Well, the way the game's been played, Geelong are just going to have to hang on here. No mark to Brockman. Here's Knights. Because Richmond are fighting hard. Campbell. Mitch did pretty well, but he's got into the neck of Matthew Knights. And it's a little fella's kick. Look at him up and looking around for a pass. They're chipping away Richmond, trying to get down and get close to goal to have an easy shot. Here's Gasper. No mark. Now Powell on the right foot. Robert Powell. Richardson is marked. Now Richardson will kick. It'll be a difficult angle. It's not an easy kick. Now will he play on and run around?
I was going to ask you that.
Well, it looks like he might come out to the right and open up the goals. No, he's having the set shot. He kicks. And he's gone. Richmond in front.
Okay, Jared, what are the tactics from here on in?
Win the ball out of the centre. Both sides have to win the ball out of the centre. Probably if you're a Richmond, you may start an extra man in defence at the present time and have him run forward. But you've just got to have your best midfielders in there. You've got to have your ruckman jump hard at the play to bring it to ground, and then if you're a Richmond, maybe swamp the football because they know that there's only 3 minutes of play remaining. Geelong have to kick a goal. If Richmond kick one, it's 4 points in the bag.
So the Tigers back in front in a thriller at the MCG, but there's 3.5 minutes for Geelong to get the equaliser. Maybe this is their chance. Will the Tigers try to really close it up? Gale holding the footy, says the umpire. Minch with the free kick. Gives it to Gary Hocking. But a terrific game for the Cats today. Hocking kicks to a contest at half forward. Turner was there. They couldn't take possession of the Cats. Colbert, it's coming back. Richmond free kick.
Free kick beyond the play.
Against Hocking. That may prove costly. Just when they were running it forward. Well, that came with 3 minutes remaining. Scotty Turner, right half-back flank. Now the experienced player goes long to centre wing. Richardson, fresh air shot.
Oh.
And the all was for Campbell, nearly getting hit in the face with the footy.
Couldn't that hurt?
It would on a day like today.
Hurt a lot more if they lose.
Sure enough. Michael Mansfield gets himself out of the mire. Gary Ayres, I think, is in there. Hard to tell with the reflection. Like Jeff Geach and his counterpart, probably biting the nails at this stage of the afternoon, hoping that the Cats can get one before the siren, which is 2.5 minutes away.
And Jeff Geachin has sent the runner out and told Darren Gaspar to get back, loosen the fence. And now Brockman's gone down to pick him up. Centre wing. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Barnes, that was a good hit out because you've got it clear to Colbert. The Cats would want to get possession here. The Tigers punch it away. Powell did well. Chaffee receives from Knights. No mark. Daffy can't get his boot to it. Off the ground was Hocking. Tackle was laid by Milburn. Grabbed by Prescott. An important ball here. Sanderson. It's punched forward to the field by Tawney. Here's Mansfield. And he taps it to the line. Under 2 minutes left.
No free kick for that, Jared. Was that?
Oh, no, I think he was eyes on the ball. It was a genuine attempt at taking a mark, I thought, from... Was it Paul Broderick?
genuine attempt, I think the important words there. Richardson and Mensch over the top. Riley, Prescott. Oh, luck is a fortune. Powell having to be standing there, and they will take it. I guess in a close game like this, you need a little luck.
Yes, and Ross Funky also in there with a nice little punch. And while sometimes it's not your day, often it can be your moment. And that was Ross Funky's moment. Pretty important to win that possession for the Tigers. Still got to be converted though. And if he does, it'll be all over for the Cats. And you've got to say, Pete, they've been a bit stiff.
Well, if he kicks this goal, they will be. He has kicked it. The Tigers should win from there. Minute 20 to go. Powell kicks what you would think would be the winning goal. And a little kick out of some congested at half forward. Powell was in the right place at the right time.
So centre bounce, almost impossible for Geelong now. They have just over a minute in which to score 2 goals. And under these slippery conditions, it's nigh on impossible. Just haven't had the forwards really to capitalise. Now they've got a chance here though. Oh, Bizzle has been absolutely sensational today. Long kick. They need a mark. Riccardi, but the Tiger defenders are there. Tawney's been very impressive. He was there to punch it. So was Turner. And the Tiger fans are very happy.
Can the Cats get one after this forward thrust? It's about 25 to 30 players around the ball, and Richmond will be determined that it's not going to get too far past there. Callaway, Daffy, and the Duckers the last to get up. By Gavin Dorr to put it down, or throw it up. Barnes up high. Couldn't beat Gale. Neither could get an effective tap out. All this, of course, playing into the hands of the Tigers. They sharpened their claws after half-time. Trailed by 16 points at the main change, but they've clawed their way back into the match. Gale goes for the boundary line. Hargraves. Oh, I was not going to say a snap, but he fumbled at the crucial moment. Campbell to Callaway. Shuffled out to Knights. Backs into trouble. Couldn't get out of it. Riley taken down in the tackle. They're all looking for holding the ball. There is none. It'll be a ball up. No, it won't. There's the siren. And the Tigers will sneak home. And Jeff Keeshan keeps his record intact of not having lost 2 games in succession. 10-7-67, defeating a gallant Geelong, 8-10-58. It was a slog, it was tough, but Richmond have emerged victorious.